Everybody, this is DearMamaSal on a beautiful Friday morning, Black Friday. I am heading north instead of south, which is the story of my day today. I'm already running a little bit late, but for some reason I have a check engine light on again, and so I'm going to my car place to have them just let me know whether this is something I should worry about for the weekend, or in which case I probably won't be going anywhere, or whether this is just more of the same. I checked my coolant, and what strikes me as strange is it is half empty. And when you think that I had all my radiator and all the hoses and everything replaced, a week ago, I don't think it should be that low, because I'm pretty sure they topped it up. But maybe they didn't. So another thing I want to check on. And then I will start the big adventure. I've let Benji and Judy know that I'm going to be later than I thought, and that's okay. I thought, again, another example of reframing. Could I be really stressed out with it all right now? Yes. Would it help anything? Not really. And here is the reality. You guys know as well as I do, Benji and Judy would want me to be safe above all else. They wouldn't care if I was late as long as I'm safe. And so that would be true of 99.9% of the people we know. And so instead of stressing out and going, oh my God, I'm going to be late, I'm just literally going, it's going to take as long as it takes. And they love me. Big time. And I think all of you know, and that brings tears to my eyes, but all of you know, if necessary, Benji would get in the car and come and get me. You know, he wouldn't think twice. He'd make time if I needed that, which is quite cute. Oh, very, very cute. Now, for those of you who've concerned about the eye thing, and really not sure what happened, let me explain for those people who haven't got that far in my life. Yesterday I got to work, and I went into one group of my colleagues that I always pop into, and if they, I just always do go and say good morning to them, because that's what I do. And I'm busy saying good morning, and they are freaking at me. Sal, what's wrong with your eye? Sal, what happened to your eye? And I'm going, nothing, why? I mean, I've just driven all the way to work. I've not had a problem. I'm seeing properly. Nothing's wrong with my eye. Why? Look at your eye. So I get in front of a mirror and I look at my eye, and my eye's fine. And they said, no, the other one. Well, I'm not going to do it while I'm driving, but if I move my eyes off to that side, I've burst a blood vessel in my eye. But I wasn't sure whether that was a serious, and all my colleagues, bless their hearts, are quite convinced I've just, having a heart attack or something. And I didn't like to tell them heart attacks don't look like that. But, and as far as I know anyway, and if it's true that they do, then please somebody let me know. But the cute thing was that they were all deeply, deeply concerned, which was really quite cute. Now, the joke was, they all said I needed to go and get it checked out. Now, having been deeply concerned that I could be having a heart attack or whatever, nobody offered to take me. Anyway, it did make me laugh. If you're that concerned, how come you're going to let me drive? But never mind. So I drove to an ophthalmologist and just said, look, I don't know if this is something serious or not, but I believe I need to get it checked. And I'm very pleased to say they did check it for me. And they told me not to be concerned. Had I lifted any heavy boxes? I said, yeah. I do it all the time, every day. But funny enough, not that day, not that morning. So we're not 100% sure what caused it, but it happened. And again, reframing everybody, phew, think of all the things that could have happened to me yesterday, and all that happened was a tiny little blood vessel in my eye went. It's a bit like my car, you know, the bits of my body that are beginning to wear out now. I think that's what Ange said to me. My God, you're wearing out. She has this way with supportive words. So I also, because I knew you guys would ask, I also went and had my blood pressure checked just in case. And that came out absolutely fine as well, which was awesome. And so, on the good news, it just is a bit ugly to look at. Now, for those of you who, you know, have a pathological need to see it, I know some of you will. I did put a picture of it up on my Instagram account, which, by the way, is not what you think it is. For those of you who don't know, somebody took my Instagram name, so it's the real DearMamaSal, all one word, on Instagram. The real DearMamaSal. I had one of my colleagues take a picture of it because I knew some of you would want to see. Others of you going, don't show me that, and which is why I didn't. So you have to actually go looking for it to go find it. So I did not want to gross people out that didn't want to get grossed out, but it just literally, I'm very fortunate again, it blew to the side of my eye, you know, not right in the middle or something. You know what I mean? I don't suppose it can really when I think about it logically. There's a whole different set of skills in the center, right? Yeah. Anyway, so all is good. Of course, I had to let Yvonne know because Yvonne is my mother hen. And if I had that happen and not let her know, she would have been concerned. So, of course, she came up this morning to double check I was clear to drive, in her terms. Not in mine, in hers. She is such a cutie. You gotta love her to bits. Just needed to know I was okay. And then she could go to work and be quite happy. So I let her see it, and she thought it looked a bit better, which was nice to hear. But, you know, the ophthalmologist person said, the eye doctor thing, you know, said that it happens all the time to people, not to be concerned. You know, all sorts of people will have it happen without it being a problem. If it continues to happen, if it becomes a regular thing, then I should worry. I've just seen a flag person. Who stood about knee-high to a grasshopper. It's sort of like I'm watching the one flag lady, and she's, you know, probably my height, about 5'7" or so, and then next to her is this, yeah, anyway, small person. Not small person in terms of dwarfism, but small person. So those of you who are my shorter viewers, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. She probably was lucky if she was sitting 5 foot. And I know that some of you know that story. And then I've got other viewers who are going, 5'7"? That's not very tall. So we definitely do have snow on the mountaintops now. Very exciting to see for those people who are skiers and everything. This is probably one of the greatest days to be traveling, quite honestly. And at this time, because I am late starting, which means that the temperature is, oh, I forgot to do that. Temperature is 1 degree, 33, yep, 1 degree in Canadian, southern British Columbia that is, and in the States that would be about 33. Actually, it would be 33, they tell me. So, very, very pretty day, not a cloud in the sky, and snow on the mountaintops. I always remember when I first came to British Columbia, somebody telling me that is the ultimate winter scene in British Columbia. When you're driving in a warm car, looking at the snow on the mountaintops. Because you do realize that where I live, I am literally a couple of hours away from skiing and 10 minutes away from being on a yacht. And I think if I were a skier, that would be very exciting. I'm personally not that fussed about the fact I'm 2 hours away from skiing. If you know what I mean. That's quite all right. And, you know, and literally sort of normally 10 minutes away from the border. So it's I think that's one of the reasons people love British Columbia, other than the fact that the scenery can be quite magnificent, depending on where you are. Very pretty. All right, guys, I'll get back to you when I've heard the story on my car. Bye for now. Okay, everybody, I just had to put the camera back on again. I'm driving along, and you know that it's 1 degree, 33 in American, which is freezing, yeah, give or take. And I've just seen a sign. You know, we've got a lot of blueberry fields. We've got a lot of blueberry fields here on this particular part of the drive where I'm driving. And there's a big sign, and it's got an arrow going frozen blueberries. Now, I have no idea whether it is just that they actually did do the harvest and froze their blueberries, which is very possible, or whether somebody's got one heck of a sense of humor. Now, of course, you know, it really amused me, and I thought, no, I know Ange and a few of you would want to know about that, because you do like to know these things that amuse me. So, frozen blueberry. Never mind.